Today in India there is a lot of debates going on one nation, one election. Few parties are supporting it while other parties are opposing it. But let's dive deep into it before we conclude what is right or what is wrong. A huge nation like India always have to spend a lot of time, money and energy for each and every election, be it for state assembly or the Lok Sabha, because they are held at different time periods of the respective tenures. However, it was not always like that. These state assembly and Lok Sabha elections used to be held at the same time through 1951-52, 1957, 1962 and 1967. But after 1968, due to some state policy disputes such as defections, dismissals, and dissolutions of government, these state elections started differing from the time of Lok Sabha election. One nation, one election is the idea to synchronize the timing of Lok Sabha and state assembly elections across all states to reduce the frequency of polls throughout the country. What are the benefits of having one nation, one election? 1. Focused governing. Once the elections are finished, the government can focus on governing. Every 3 months, at least one election takes place in some section of the country. The entire country's attention is drawn to these elections. Everyone gets involved in these elections, from the Prime Minister to Union Ministers, from Chief Ministers to PMs, MLAs, and Panchayat members. Since no one wants to lose, administration virtually doesn't function at various levels to varying degrees. This has a negative impact on India's growth prospects. 2. Election cost reduction. One of the primary causes of political corruption is the frequency of elections. Every election requires a massive sum of money to be raised. Election expenses for political parties can be dramatically lowered if elections are held concurrently. There would be no fundraising overlap. This would relieve the public and corporate community of a lot of pressure to donate to elections on several occasions. According to a report, rupees 60,000 crores were spent on the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. If elections are held concurrently, the expenses can be minimized. Furthermore, the same electoral rolls can be utilized in all elections. This will save a significant amount of time and money spent on obtaining voter rolls. It would also make life easier for citizens because they will no longer have to worry about their names disappearing from electoral rolls once they have enrolled. 3. Reduced security forces deployment. A considerable number of police officers and paramilitary forces are on duty to ensure that elections are held peacefully. This necessitates extensive redeployment, which comes at a high cost. It also diverts vital law enforcement personnel from their duties. With simultaneous elections, such deployment can be reduced. 4. These days the young India travels far from home to find jobs and business opportunities, and the government provides a day leave on the day of election, but often these young working people could not travel overnight to cast their votes multiple times in a year, as it also costs traveling expenses to the traveler. Thus, idea of one nation, one election will make young India responsible to cast the votes at least once in 5-year tenure. What are the disadvantages of one nation, one election? 1. Every government works hard to keep people impressed throughout 5 years of tenure, as there might be election round the corner in any part of the country. With one nation, one election, government might focus, yet relaxed, as there is no need to think of impressing people until few months before next election, which is 5 years away. 2. According to few surveys, most of the voters tend to change or want to change the existing government after 6 months, as they get some time to rethink about the government's policies and work ethics. With one election once in 5 years would affect a lot. 3. What if any government dissolves or breaks in between the tenure due to lack of other parties' support? It will add up new cost to the election commission, and also it would start the same trend of election back that we got now. With these merits and demerits, we leave up to you to decide and support the right cause.
Thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, share, and comment below.